Good morning, everyone. Today we're here to check out a brand new video from fakemonforever2617, where he will be creating predator-killing Pokemon evolutions. Now, to kind of explain what he means about this, in Pokemon lore, it is actually stated that some Pokemon will attack, kill, and consume another. A prime example would be Durant and Heatmor. Or, yeah, Heatmor, I believe that's what it's called. There are many others, but I can't think of them right off the top of my head. So let's hop in and see who gets the new evolution.
The Pokemon world is filled with Pokemon predation. There are a whole bunch of dex entries stating who
Wasn't
eats
expecting that.
who. But hey, we gotta let the little guys have a chance sometimes.
Ooh.
So in this video, I'm going to give evolutions for our prey Pokemon that allows them to survive the onslaught of relentless predators trying to wipe them all out.
Exactly.
Make sure to like, hype and share the video around, and comment which of the Pokemon here is your favorite of the video. Let's start with a classic one all the way from Gen 5 in Heatmor and Durant.
Heatmor, I was right.
Durant gotta be one of those poor creatures who were born into this world to just get eaten with a 4 times weakness to their main predator. I don't think they stood a chance.
Yeah.
But hey, what if we instead
it's a steel bug against a fire type.
went straight in with making them a literal fire ant? Yes, I know the real-life versions of these creatures aren't actually immune to fire or anything, but I tell you what is, furnaces. Specifically blast furnaces.
Oh wow, okay.
This evolution for Durant is much more feral looking, feeling more robotic as well. This is the kind of creature you see actually devouring a Heatmor instead.
I can see
But it
that.
did mean I had to figure out how to make it actually
Like
strong against Heatmor without changing Bug Steel, because, well, look at it, it's a steel ant. You can't get more Bug Steel than that.
That is
so I
true.
gave it Flash Fire as an ability.
Oh, perfect
No
then.
more Fire Lash for you, Heatmor. In saying that, I love both Heatmor and Durant, so trying to favor one over the other is tough, if I'm being honest. But today I'm for the ants. Bug's Life really did change me back in the day.
Good movie.
When exposed to a Firestone in an area where Heatmor are present, Durant evolves into the terrifying Fern Ant, the Blast Furnace Pokemon. Their bodies constantly exude steam from how hot they are, and they can do this to create a smokescreen to throw Heatmor off the trail of Durant colonies. If a Heatmor
I can see this thing getting along with the Colossal line.
tries to do a fire attack to Fern Ant, it merely shrugs it off thanks to its Flash Fire ability, and then it goes on the offensive, unleashing sweltering heat strong enough to even put Heatmor off the hunt. However, due to their sweltering heat, Fernants must stay away from Durants, as prolonged exposure to their heat causes Durants to melt and slowly pass away. Colonies of Fernants can change entire ecosystems, causing them to become charred wastelands. So trainers employ other methods to capture them, such as ability blocking Pokemon like Galarian Weezing, then bringing in the Heatmors.
Oh, you can't be...
Next up is a weird one in Burmy and Remoraid.
Really?
Remoraid being a pistol fish, they also have the ability of an archer fish, able to shoot bug types from their trees and eating them once they fall into the water below. Poor Burmy, doesn't deserve that treatment. This one I thought would be a fun idea that takes the sort of middle ground between Mothim and Wormadam, and becomes something much more armored. Ryoth is still based on the moth of the bagworm, but instead takes on more of a humanoid-like style to it, and becoming a Riot Squad Pokemon. Now they use all the leaves or trash or whatever they can muster together into a Riot Shield, becoming one of my favorite classic Call of Duty loadouts, just walking along shield bashing people for fun. I think I'm a monster.
So it kind of becomes a bit more like Mothim, but probably would keep more of the typing of Wormadam. Okay, not bad. Interesting all around.
I think while this design is cool, maybe I could have went a bit harder into the armored feeling of the Pokemon, but also Riot Shield Bug is just kind of sick.
I kind of like it.
Burmy with their hidden ability Overcoat reaches level 25, they evolve into Ryoth, the Riot Pokemon. As Burmy and Wormadam, they hang from trees and become quick snacks for the Remoraids waiting below. But Burmy with enough experience will evolve to be able to defend itself against Remoraids. They craft a shield out of the materials they have, letting them be Bug type and one of their other 3 types in Grass, Ground or Steel depending on their cloak.
Yep,
no matter what their type though, their shield is ultra protective and can take even the strongest blows, even getting the ability Sturdy to block the strongest blows. Riot's feet are able to cling to most surfaces, so they will spend late nights protecting their young with their strong arms, holding their shield up for hours on end.
I love it.
Next up is a
Who's
fun one
next?
with BHM and Dubwool.
I'm sorry. The ET looking alien is eating sheep. Now, if you replace that with Miltank, you would at least be going on with the pun. But I am not sure why Dubwool. So I guess let's find out.
It's pretty obvious why this one happens, with BHM being an alien and
Oh,
all
what the
that.
hell?
I just don't know why they wouldn't take Miltank instead.
What did I just say? What did I just say? I don't pre-watch these videos, damn it!
This one is super cool, playing up the wolf in sheep's
Oh.
clothing idea, but flipping it on its head. Yeah, I know it's been done a billion times before with this Pokemon and Lycanroc, but I just had to. It's a super cool idea with this one. Trubwool stands on its hind legs, and most of its body is actually completely sheared, showing off a dark red and black skin. That's right, they're edgy
Okay,
now.
it's creepy, I like
And
it.
also dark type to protect from BHM's psychic attacks. I can imagine the cool wool hair flowing in the wind in their animations, and I just really love this one. I wanted to have it so this Pokemon has two forms where they could switch between sort of like Aegislash, with one form looking more like a normal sheep and the other becoming a bit of a werewolf, were-sheep.
Well, I mean, if you kept this form as like the aggressive form, you could have its like main form be, you know, like looking like a traditional Dubwool, just on all fours, furs on it. Maybe it looks like it could separate, and then maybe give it a special ability to where if it's attempted to be hit by a psychic type move or something, it transforms into this form and becomes a bit more aggressive. I don't know.
I
Something.
know, but either way, I think this one is just super neat. When Dubwool defeats a psychic type with under half of their HP remaining, they evolve into Trubwool, a normal and dark type. In flocks of Wooloo and Dubwool, there's usually only a single Trubwool protecting them. They curl their fleece up into a ball to appear as a simple Dubwool, spending most of their time in this form.
I was kind of
If
right.
a threat appears, usually during the late night with a BHM attempting to abduct some of the flock, Trubwool will transform to its full imposing height and bear down on the BHM. Thanks to their dark typing and
So I was
flopping
kind of right.
ability,
Huh.
BHM has trouble at all ranges, and usually is defeated rather swiftly. Lycanroc Midnights even steer clear of trouble, thinking that they are one of their own that's already entered the flock from a distance. If they get close enough though, the fight between the two can be dangerous to the whole flock as it rages. Let's jump over to the Greedy Guts Cramorant. Their greed just sickens me. Well, Aracuda has said, no longer.
Uh-oh.
The fish are on strike, people. I knew I wanted an electric type for the Pokemon here. Yeah, Pikachu is a victim to Cramorant as well, but that's
a
because
shiny.
Pikachu is weak and not size maxing. I chose a jet ski for the Pokemon here, and I know it's weird to go from an arrow/boat to a jet ski, but I wanted to make it one of those
I mean, then again, the evolution in game is an arrow to a torpedo.
new fancy
So-
electric jet skis. Because of the Barracuda's general shape, it worked pretty well for a jet ski shape. They're the
You know, I don't know why, but for some reason, every time I hear the word Barracuda, my brain just starts playing that drum roll from Barracuda.
sort of
know
water
if it's
guard
band
area
or a
up,
song.
the top being the head and the whole bottom half being an underbite jaw. Heck, this thing probably gobbles whole Cramorants instead. This is one where I was thinking maybe Barracuda is kind of strong enough already to avoid Cramorant, but also it mentions them eating Wingull, so maybe they're still pretty scared of Cramorants and Pelipers. But not any longer, this thing is charged with electricity and ready to show Cramorant that gluttony is a sin or something like that. Yay! If an Aracuda finds itself in possession of a Thunderstone, it evolves into the Pokemon Jet Scooter, the generator Pokemon,
Okay.
water and electric type. Jet Scooter
Not
is large
bad.
enough where Cramorant can't eat them at all. Even Pelipper have trouble eating them. By
Too
spinning
massive.
their propeller tail and swimming, they generate energy in the form of electricity. Anything that touches them receives a nasty shock.
Yow!
And if a Pokemon tries to eat them in this way, Jet Scooter will instead devour the opposing Pokemon, already cooked to perfection from electricity.
Oh, that
It
is
speeds along
good.
the surface
That's
of
good.
the water, barging through any other water type looking for a quick meal. The only Pokemon that comes close to being able to eat Jet Scooter are Gyarados and Wailord, but they are still no match for their shocking personality and motor drive ability.
Okay. Who's
Finally,
up
let's
next?
touch an old, not as well-known beef between Rattata and Farret. Farret is known for
Oh.
hunting Rattata, so let's give them an evolution to stop such things. I
Okay.
wanted to make a weird, normal ghost-type Pokemon here and combine it with a bit of that Alolan Raticate feeling of a kind of a mob boss, and also bringing a bit of a weird
A Dawn
rodent-like
boss.
creature into the mix with a spiny Tenrac. This thing literally is a Pokemon already, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see something like this in
It kind
Gen
of is.
10. And if it isn't obvious already, I gave this evolution the spiny version of it because I feel like Farret would use their body in hunting with it being like a snake, like to wrap around the foe as they eat. Same with
I
Ekans,
see it
so
more like
having a
springing,
spiky body
launching,
helps stop
leaping.
prey from being able to do that. I think I cooked with the design here. It feels almost regal in its look while also feeling very shady. Maybe Ghost type is
Kind of reminds me of like a dog, a king in a way, an evil king, if I
a
must
bit of
say.
a stretch here, but also because many Tenrec are endangered, it fits. Just like the Decidueye. Rattata, when exposed to a dust stone, undergoes evolution into the spiny rat Pokemon Retenrable. A normal
Oh,
and
it's
ghost
got a
type.
rebel.
Retenrable command hordes of Rattata. If any perish, they mourn them greatly and seek to hold their spirits within their spines. Fear a Retenrable
That's a
with
shiny
many
noise,
spines.
though.
Their once predators, Farret, now can no longer coil around Retenrable, thanks to their horrid spikes and Iron Barb's ability. Even many of Farret's attacks don't seem to affect the Pokemon. Their bodies require large amounts of food to keep running, and so they'll order their hordes to collect piles of food for them.
Hoo-hoo!
If Alolan
It's a
Rattata's
deity.
line and Retenrable were to ever have territory disputes, it would end in an all-out massacre for each side, possibly ending badly for Retenrable given their typings against Alolan Raticate.
But what about Young
And that's
Goose?
all I have for today. What did you think? I tried something a bit different this time
This was
instead of
nice.
the normal Dex entries, so tell me what you think of them below. And again, don't forget to
I
like,
like
hype,
this.
and share and all that good stuff, so I know you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll hunt you next time. I mean, I'll see you
Oh,
next
hunt
time.
us. You have to catch us first. Alright everyone, that is going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of you next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.